Fandom Fights. I'm your host, the King Kaleb Koho, and we have got ourselves a round 2 Fandom Fight Fall Frenzy Teams tournament match. It's going to be a good one. Sun is shining. It's a beautiful day, and I'm on the desk and not managing. What the hey? Here with me today is Tim the Hulk Brzakala, my lovely co-host. How you doing, Tim?
I'm doing fantastic. Yes, you just allude to what happened last week on Fandom Fights. This is the first round 2 matchup, I believe, of round 2. And like we're saying last week, we saw Wookiee Mistake get their first win at the hands of Mischief Managed, which was a very, very good match. Broke the points record.
A record that has not been broken since season 1. Yep. They took it.
Yeah, and now they're against Some Like It Hoth, so it's going to be an interesting match.
It's going to be a great match. Last week saw Some Like It Hoth. They came out. They played a great game against On Your Left. Made it here today. Wookiee Mistake setting the 3-round points record, taking out the former team champs to get here today. So both teams showing that they are the caliber of team to win this match. But it is going to be a good one. We're going to see if Maggie and Tyler come out and play the game that they've been playing all season, which has been terrifying. Or are we going to see Joe and David come out and play exactly like they did last week? Electric. Yeah. So we'll see how this is. Thoughts on this one before we go to promos?
Yeah, no, like I said, I'm very excited. When you said terrifying, I thought you were about to say terrible, and I was like, wow.
Yeah, absolutely awful. Perfect games are just awful.
No, but like I said before, I'm really excited. Like you said, Hoth has been playing lights out their last 2 matches. I think that first win was a fluke, or that first loss was a fluke. These last 2 matches have been insane, and Wookiee Mistake came out guns a-blazing last week. So I genuinely don't know which way this is going to go today. It's going to be very interesting.
It's a good old Harvey Dent coin. That bit did not work. All right, let's go to fucking promos.
All right, so had a great first match out the gate. Not taking anything for granted. Like I said, taking it one match at a time. They're just focused on the task at hand, and today it just happens to be Some Like It Hoth. How you guys feeling?
I mean, I don't feel better than the last match. Some Like It Hoth is an incredible team. They have been playing terrifyingly in the last 2 matches. So we are coming in with the same mindset. We have prepared. We are going to try and do the best we can because that's the only way we are going to have a chance of beating them.
Absolutely. Look, these 2 are phenomenal players. I haven't seen much of Tyler, to be honest, but Maggie this season, this last year, has been absolutely running the gauntlet in fandom and just across everything. But again, we're the underdogs here. So if we don't win, I'm sure that's what a lot of people will be expecting. And if we do, we've done it again. So
we were never even meant to be here in the first place. We were never even meant to be here in the first place. So, like, just see how long it lasts.
No pressure on us.
Incorrect. You don't score 32 points in your last match and be like, I'm the underdog. I'm the team that's not good. Yeah, good luck. You have pressure. Joe goes for runs and then drinks. He does the run to clear his mind, then he drinks. This is a confusing pairing, and I don't trust it. David knows a lot of geek shit. Thomas, I don't like. So at that pairing, I need you 2 to win, and that's what I'll say. This team was 0-1. And that's one of the stupidest things that has ever happened. This team is firing on all cylinders. They scored 32 points in their last match. You guys scored 29 in your last match in round 2, into round 2. So I like our shots. We just need to play our game. We don't need to get rattled with questions. And I think we'll be on top at the end of this. How are you 2 feeling?
Feeling good.
Same.
Let's do this.
All right, Tim, those are what we call some fire promos. Wookiee coming out saying they're the underdogs of this one. They are the 16 seed that beat the 1. So I wouldn't necessarily disagree with Cody when he says that they have a little bit of pressure with a points record and all. But Cody coming out with some heat. Not a lot of words from Maggie and Tyler. They don't need to. Cody can talk enough for 18 people at once, and he definitely set the pace for this match in the verbal arena. Thoughts on these promos?
I've known Tyler for over 2 years now in real life, and I think I've heard him say 4 words total. And 3 of them are in trivia matches. So yeah, no, like his promos are very light, but like you said, Cody coming out, he brings the fire. But I also like what Thomas and David and Joe had to say. They weren't supposed to be here, they claim. But now they kind of got to prove maybe they should be. So we'll find out what happens. I'm excited.
Absolutely, but we'll go ahead. We'll get in round number 1, which works like this. Each team is playing individually for their team through 10 questions from 10 different areas within the realm of fandom fights. Should you get all 10 questions correct, you'll be issued a bonus question. You have 3 repeats as a team for the entirety of the match and a challenge rule. Any questions as we get into round number 1?
Nope.
Nope.
All right, then we will jump right into it with your first question, which comes in the category of Middle Earth. How many of the 9 members of the Fellowship of the Ring also physically appear in the Hobbit trilogy?
These are coming to 4K
Are they?
in December. You know what I forgot? God damn it. Today's Halloween.
It is Halloween, isn't it?
I was
gonna
gonna wear the Michael Myers mask and do a whole thing, and
It's Halloween,
I fucking forgot.
You know what? Cover for me.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We'll start with Joe
4.
and Tyler
I said 3.
and David
Said 3.
and Maggie.
I said 2. Oh,
3 is the correct answer. The 3 being Gandalf, Legolas, and Frodo Baggins.
Absolutely. Happy Halloween. I'm dressed as my former life.
Oh no. All right. So 1-1 out of question
1-1.
Next question is in Apes, Planet of the Apes. Who directed Beneath the Planet of the Apes?
You said it was Halloween. I decided to resurrect a ghost.
Who? Speaking of ghosts, I finished The Haunting of Bly Manor because I have no life.
Yes.
It's magical.
Is it?
It was magical.
I saw a movie called The Call. Shit was terrible.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. I think we are to Tyler.
I remember, I think this might even be a composer. I said Tom Scott.
And David.
I don't have it.
Maggie.
Ted Post.
And Joe.
Ted Post.
Ted Post is correct. So 2-2.
2-2 as we get to your third question on the category of Star Trek. What was the first Star Trek film in which we physically see the planet Vulcan as a setting?
What's your favorite Trek planet?
My favorite planet in Trek, huh? That's a great question. My answer to that one is probably Delta Vega.
I like Delta Taco.
That was good. That was very good. I would also like a Delta Taco. 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We will start with David.
Star Trek the motion picture.
We will go to Maggie.
Star Trek the Motion Picture.
We'll go to Joe.
Star Trek the motion picture.
And Tyler.
Star Trek the Motion Picture.
Everyone is correct. Clean sweep puts us 4-4 going into the fourth question, Tim.
This one's a toit one already.
Toit.
All right. Question 4 is in James Bond. Who plays Die Another Day?
Run it back.
Cut out?
Run it back.
In James Bond, who plays Jinx Johnson in Die Another Day?
Yeah, we ditched the crown because it's not a comfortable.
Are you sure? You wore it for a very long time.
Hey, so I'm going to let you in on a little secret. I'm not the worst actor in the world.
It's fair. There are definitely worse.
It's true. Or worse, including Roberto Cursi. I'm calling you out, sir.
3, 2,
He's never going to watch this.
1. Pens down.
We'll start with Tyler.
Halle Berry.
We'll go to David.
Halle Berry.
We'll go to Maggie.
I did not have that.
And Joe.
Halle Berry.
That's correct. So Wookiee takes a 1-point lead, 6-5, going into the fifth question in the category of Pixar. What does the first spell that Ian uses successfully do in Onward?
Every time we talk about this movie, I believe I say this movie slaps. I still believe it. I think it slaps.
It's a good movie. Yeah, it's a solid work of film.
Well,
Sorry, do you just want what the spell does or what
What the spell does?
We're looking for what the spell does. Yes.
All right, that's fine.
I mean,
it's a very weirdly, poorly worded question.
3.
Repeat.
You hear that, Nick?
nah, it's okay. I mean, if it's not this,
Did I hear repeat? I heard repeat.
no.
Tyler said no.
Tyler, you repeat.
All right.
Oh,
Go ahead. Go.
All right. What does the first spell that Ian successfully uses do in Onward?
you know,
I'm ready for Soul. Whenever we get to see it.
Don't bring that up.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Too soon.
That's fair. That's maybe. I'm just excited for it. I saw a thing for it again.
Hello,
We're gonna make Tim go into a depression immediately.
Gotta put my hair over my eyes.
3, 2,
Depression.
1. Pens down. I have depression because your hair is much nicer than mine, and I love it. We're gonna go to Joe.
It's a levitation spell.
We'll go to Maggie.
I said lift/floats.
We're gonna go to Tyler.
Levitate, like falling ceiling.
And David.
levitate's an object.
Everyone's correct. 8-7 Wookiee going into the next question.
Yeah, repeat paid off for Tyler, it seems. Next question is in Wizarding World. Which house ultimately finishes second for the House Cup in the Sorcerer's Stone?
You remember when this thing is like introduced? Like this whole idea of a House Cup's introduced, and then it doesn't ever really come back.
5 points from the Kingsmen.
Can we have a McGonagall IRL? That'd be cool. I'll take a McGonagall.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands down.
We will start with David.
Slytherin.
We will go to Maggie.
Slytherin.
We'll go to Joe.
Slytherin.
And we'll go to Tyler.
Slytherin.
Everyone is correct. 10-9. As we get to the 7th question of the round in the category of Rocky. Pour one out. This bad boy is going away soon. In Creed, what is the nickname of Ricky Conlon? Great.
Pour one out for all your Rockies and all your parks.
I mean, I'm not too heartbroken about Park going. I'm saddened at the loss of Rocky, but I'm also very understanding of the loss of Rocky.
You raise me up. The
most proud video I've ever made.
2-1, pens down.
We'll go to Joe.
Pretty.
We'll go to Maggie.
Yeah, I said pretty Ricky.
We'll go to David.
I said pretty.
We'll go to Tyler.
Also pretty Ricky Collin.
I think we can accept everyone but Maggie.
Why?
Yeah, I would agree only because of the precedent we set with.
It's just
Doug.
pretty. Cody wants to come in.
That's fine.
Oh my god.
You're muted.
Thank God. Oh,
I'm just gonna challenge if you want to accept it. You gave his first name. She just put the first name of it. Pretty. You don't name somebody pretty Ricky Conlon. It's pretty. She put pretty. She just put the first name that you guys gave her.
Right.
Fair.
Tommy Gunn was the other exclusion because he put something totally different. But she just included the first name to tie in with the name that you gave. If you don't want to accept it, I'm throwing the challenge. Maggie throws the challenge flag for it because
I think for posterity's sake, we should not accept it. Cody can challenge it, and then Koho, you and I can talk about it.
Yeah, we're not going to accept the answer. So if you want to challenge, you can.
Maggie,
Yeah, we're gonna challenge it.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll be right back after this challenge.
Oh, somebody kill me, please! Somebody kill me, please!
All right, back from the challenge. We have gone over it. We looked at our precedents, the beautiful precedent wall Tim has created for us so we keep track of my scatterbrain rulings. And we are going to award Maggie the point. The nickname is Pretty. He is referred to as Pretty Ricky by his manager. we are going to award her the points. So it is now 12-11 Wookiee Mistakes favor, going into question 8.
Which is in the category of Disney live action. In the Chronicles of Narnia, The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, what is the name of the fawn that Lucy first meets? I was in a production of this in high school, and I was cast as Centaur number 2.
Oh.
I had this like mane, and I got to
did you get the freaking like
around like this?
Did you get the legs and everything?
Of course, I cut out. They just put some like horse legs on my feet and called it a day.
I mean, hooves?
3.
Sure. Horse fate.
Hands down. We're gonna start with David.
Mr. Tumnus.
We're going to go to Joe.
Mr. Tumnus.
We're gonna go to Maggie
Mr. Tumnus.
and Tyler.
Thomas.
I think we can give everyone but David the
Did
point.
you see what I saw on David's
There was
board?
a P on
There
here.
looked like there was a P in there.
There's no
Tumnus.
P in Tumnus. So we are gonna go.
So, I mean, do we want to like talk about the challenge there? I don't think.
I think on a precedence basis, an extra letter that changes the pronunciation is never going to get given as a challenge. I know he was the first to give it and did pronounce it correctly, but I know the precedence in this game.
I mean, just spelling correctly. That's the thing here.
You cut out. What'd you say?
I said, does spelling count if you pronounce it correctly? I mean,
So
There's
Well,
a whole-
here, what we're gonna say is we're ruling incorrectly. If you want to use a challenge, you can use a challenge.
I mean, my only challenge on that would be that in a lot of English words, there is that P and M combination. Correct me if I'm wrong, because as you know, English is not my first language. That P and M combination, it's not pronounced so.
we're going to challenge that he pronounced it correctly, but spelled it incorrectly, and spelling
Because
isn't
in a
necessarily.
lot of English words, that's
All right.
correct.
We'll be right back
We're good.
after this challenge.
On my knees, pretty, pretty, please, kill me.
All right, back from the challenge. Very challenge heavy game. What do we expect? It's Thomas versus Cody. But it's we're coming back for this challenge. We are going to rule against Wookiee Mistake on this one. We decided that the P is a major incorrect addition to it. It does not work phonetically within it. If it was a phonetical spelling, would have given it to you. But the P kind of derails the entire name, so we are not going to award the points on that one, which makes it 13-13. Going into the penultimate question of round number 1 in the category of DreamWorks animation. In Over the Hedge, what kind of animal does Wanda Sykes voice?
This movie's not good.
I like it. It's fun.
I think Caleb Boatman hates it.
He probably does.
No.
I will always be super lenient on like 2000s era like DreamWorks movies.
Of course you will. For this and B movie too.
Yeah. Oh, B movie's a
One.
god tier movie.
Pens down.
We'll start with Tyler.
Squirrel.
We'll go to Joe.
skunk.
We'll go to Maggie.
It's a porcupine.
And David.
A raccoon.
Joe's the only one to hit it. It is skunk, which gives Wookiee 14-13 going into the last question, Tim.
And the final question is in the category of Worlds of DC. Which Worlds of DC character's real name is Chato Santana?
What? Sorry,
Which
at the
Worlds of DC character's real name is Chato Santana?
I believe we have no perfect rounds here today. If
I don't remember.
correct.
This got a little cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs.
I think no one has a perfect round.
There's not.
5, 4, 3,
A lot to keep
2,
track
Repeat
today.
the question.
1. All right. That's going to
Wookiee's
be
first
Wookiee's first repeat.
Sorry, David, you look like you were
no, I'm.
running out.
Which Worlds of DC character's real name is Chato Santana?
Was just.
Yeah, you just look like you were going to run out of time.
So the nail biter matched him.
Sure, 30 minutes, round 1. It's always fun.
Oh,
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down.
We'll start with David on this one.
Is it Diablo?
We're going to go to Maggie.
El Diablo.
We are going to go to Tyler.
Oh, Diablo.
And we're going to go to Joe.
Diablo.
This is what we were just talking about.
What we were just talking about before the match. I'm inclined to give it to all four. They do call him just Diablo in the movie, I think, as well. I know the comic book name is El Diablo, but I'm willing to give it to all four. And if Cody wants to challenge, he can challenge.
Okay. I didn't write the match, so I will adhere to that. I would like to say I disagree. That's why I changed it in the doc before the match started and asked you. But if we want, we can give them all the points. It would be 17 to 16. If Cody wants to challenge, I think
I believe 16-15 actually.
Yeah, 16-15.
Yeah, 16-15 is.
Oh, my bad. I'm sorry.
All right, we're gonna bring in Cody Newberry.
No.
No challenge.
I don't think so. On IMDb, he's listed as Diablo, so he goes by both. I think it's a ticky tack. I do really want to challenge just be an asshole, but I'm gonna be nice. So no.
Okay, no challenge. All right. So then out of round one, Wookiee Mistake holds the lead 16 to some like a Hoth's 15. But anything can happen as we get into round number 2, which is the wheel round. And it works like this. We're going to go to wheeldecide.com. If you like the category you land on, you're going to get 5 questions worth 2 points apiece. You can opt to multiple choice. It devalues it down to being only worth 1. You can split the game, but you're stuck with whatever you land on the second time. Be aware, stealing is in this round. It is a spooky Halloween edition where you will lose points and your opponent can take them from you. 2 repeats on both sides for both teams so far. Hoth still has their challenge. Any questions as we get into round number 2?
Nope.
It's 2 repeats for each, you said?
2 repeats from 2 repeats for both teams. Your categories on the wheel tonight are Fandom Oscars, Marvel, Disney Animation, Rocky, Bond, Star Wars, Star Trek, and MCU. Wookiee, you are in the lead. Would you like to go first or defer to someone like a Hoth?
Second, you think?
If you feel more comfortable with David, I mean,
we have a few categories we don't wonder, so maybe we are lucky.
It's up to you. I always like to go first, but that's just a personal thing. If you feel more comfortable going second, I'm happy to go second as well.
Mostly so we don't have a lot of things that we don't like, so maybe we are lucky and they take one off. So what do you think, Thomas?
I think you guys should go first.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's go first.
We'll spin first.
Wookiee is going first, so this will be their spin.
Lands on Fandom Oscars.
Spin again, please.
Yep.
All right, and you're stuck with whatever land on this spin.
Disney Animation.
Okay.
All right, so Tim, do you want to go ahead and give them their questions in the category of Disney Animation?
I would love nothing more. All right, your first question in Disney Animation for Wookiee Mistake. What type of animal is Ed in The Lion King?
He's a hyena, isn't he?
Hyena. Yeah.
Hyena, final answer.
That is correct for 2 points. All right, question number 2. Which Disney animated film features characters named Fidget, Olivia Flaversham, Dr. David Q. Dawson, and Mrs. Judson?
It's The Great Mouse Detective.
Nice. Okay.
The Great Mouse Detective. Final answer.
That is correct for 2 points. All right, question 3. Who voices Runt of the Litter in Chicken Little?
Yeah, that's... I know from me.
I know one person in that. If it's that character, then...
Let's go multiple, just
Yeah. Multiple choice, please.
All right,
We do need hands on screen.
your options are A, Steve Zahn, B, David Spade, C, Jason Bateman, D, Rob Corddry.
That didn't help.
We need both hands on screen.
Joe, raise your hand.
It's right there.
Yeah, it's on
Okay.
Sorry, it's on my arm. Sorry.
Any idea?
No. Do we get a free repeat of the options?
Yes.
You do.
Can we hear the options again, please?
A, Steve Zahn, B, David Spade, C, Jason Bateman, D, Rob Corddry.
So I only know B and C, and I know the voice characters in other movies. So the question is, do I want to go with a new one or with someone who already voiced?
I'm leaning towards one of those. So if we want to go, I'm leaning towards B. So I think we should go B.
Okay.
B, final answer.
Is incorrect. Maggie and Tyler, chance for a 1-point steal. Your options again are A, Steve Zahn, B, David Spade, C, Jason Bateman, or D, Rob Corddry.
What do you think?
I haven't seen it in a long time.
I think it's Steve Zahn, but I'm not sure.
Steve Zahn.
Okay. A, final answer.
That is correct for a 1-point steal.
Okay.
All right, Wookiee, your fourth question. What game is Lampwick playing when he turns into a donkey in front of Pinocchio in Pinocchio?
It's playing pool.
Go for it.
Pool, final answer.
That is correct for 2 points.
Nice.
And your final question. Which princess is everyone unable to understand in Ralph Breaks the Internet?
It's Merida.
Go for it.
Merida, final answer.
And that is also correct for 2 points.
Right.
All right, so at the end of their round, Wookiee gets themselves up to 24. With that steal, Hoth has 16 as we get into Some Like It Hoth's spin.
All right. So this is the spin for Hoth. Lands on Star Wars.
I think we should spin again.
Sure.
Yeah, I do too. Against this team, we should.
Okay.
All right, they're spinning again then, so we'll...
I think we'll have to go for a name.
You are stuck with Star Wars.
All right.
All right, work smart, guys.
Yeah.
All right, so I will give to you your questions in the category of Star Wars. Your first question, Some Like It Hoth. In A New Hope, Luke said he used to bullseye what kind of creature in his T-16 that aren't much bigger than 2 meters?
It's Womp Rats.
Yep.
Womp Rats, final answer.
That is correct for 2 points. Your second question. How many planetary settings can be found in The Phantom Menace?
A bunch.
Naboo,
Tatooine, Naboo.
and then the one that they land on. So 3. Because the one where they go to with the Jedi Council.
Yeah, of course.
5. 4.
Yeah, let's go with it.
3, final answer.
That is correct for 2 points. Your third question. Who plays Captain Phasma in The Force Awakens?
Gwendolyn Christie, right?
Yep.
Gwendolyn. You say it. You say it.
Gwendolyn Christie, final answer.
That is correct for 2 points. Your fourth question in the category of Star Wars. What is Poe Dameron's call sign in the Star Wars sequel trilogy?
Black Leader. Final answer.
That's correct for 2 more points.
Tie game.
Tie game as we get your last question into Star Wars to take the lead, Hoth. Who makes contact with Admiral Raddus to tell him to knock out the shields so the plans can be transmitted in Rogue One?
Oh, isn't it Bodhi?
Yeah, it's Bodhi.
All right, you said.
Oh yeah, Bodhi, final answer.
That's correct for 2 points. So, at the end of that round, Some Like It Hoth finds themselves with the lead 26-24, a high-scoring affair. But anything can happen as we get to round number 3, which is the betting round. And it works like this. We're going to give you a category. You are going to tell us who will be taking the question and how many points you want to bet between 0 and 2 points. You get the question right, you'll gain those points. You get the question wrong, you will lose those points. We go until someone is mathematically eliminated or the score reaches 0. Whoever takes the first question cannot take the second. When we get to the third question, you can redistribute who's taking questions 3 and 4, and you can confer on the fifth and final question only. Any questions as we get into round number 3?
Nope.
All right, then your first category you can bet points on is the MCU. How many points you want to bet on the MCU?
Oh.
We think, Dave, we think in Gandalf.
Yep.
It's MCU. Weird.
I was about
Okay.
to say the
I hope you guessed that. So thank you, Steve Zahn. And Mag?
I don't know, Tyler, when was the last time you watched the MCU?
Been a little while.
Maggie. Okay. And yes. Yeah. And you know what to do. This is going to be the whole way. So enjoy.
Yeah. Thanks.
All right, so we have bets.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, so I will drop managers. Who's taking it for Wookiee?
That would be me.
Joe. All right, Joe, how many are you betting?
Dos.
And Maggie.
2.
All right. Your question, the category of the MCU. Where is Doctor Strange when he successfully uses the sling ring for the first time in Doctor Strange?
Both went right to the board on that one, Koho.
Right to it. Both confident. I got a wild message from a Nazario Montenegro saying that Alex Smith is in all caps for the Washington football team.
Jesus. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands down.
All right, we'll start with Maggie.
Mountain.
And we'll go to Joe.
The Himalayas.
We have Mount Everest as being the correct.
That's what I had, but I erased it because I don't know if they ever say that.
Would you like to challenge?
Well, first,
Well, what are you accepting?
we're not accepting either,
Right.
correct?
Oh, really?
Correct.
I wouldn't
Well,
accept
then-
either.
Really?
Well, okay. I have a challenge to use. Can I hear the question one more time?
Where is Doctor Strange when he successfully uses the sling ring for the first time in Doctor Strange?
Yeah, he's on a mountain. I would gladly challenge it. If they're Himalayas, I don't know can be accepted, but we put mountain. You didn't say specific location, so I would throw the challenge for mountain being correctly. Because
Just before are we accepting either, both? What are we doing?
I wouldn't.
Okay, I wouldn't either because we have Mount Everest as the answer. That is the two locate. That's
Okay, but if he challenges it, Mount Everest is in the Himalayas. So if he challenges it,
Yeah, that's not in the movie.
Right. Well, okay. So hold on, Cody. You're challenging.
The only person with the challenge is me.
Right.
I'm talking it out real quick. So
Okay.
I'm
Yeah. What I want to hear is what Cody.
My thing is, they in the form of the question, where is he? He is on a flipping mountain. That's it. Doesn't matter location. So my thing is, by the wording of the question, he is in the mountain. I would challenge Maggie as manager. I can't force the challenge. You would have to.
Tyler, are you okay with challenging?
Yeah.
All right, let's do it.
All right.
All right, we'll be right back after the challenge.
I want to die. Got a bullet in my head.
All right. Back from the challenge, we are going to give it to both teams. We did not ask specifics enough in the question. Himalayas. They say Everest. Himalayas is an acceptable answer. Mountains an acceptable answer. We determined that both will be getting the points. So it is 28-26 going into the second question that Tyler and David have to take. What is their category, Tim?
The category is YA dystopia.
All right.
I think you got it.
So I just went through my notes on this one.
Okay.
I am thinking too big. And I am thinking probably Snape.
I agree.
Yes, Snape sounds good.
I'm thinking ham sandwich.
That sounds great.
Okay,
We're
Tom.
going to. All right. Are we good managers?
Yes.
Yep.
All right. And we will remove Thomas and Cody and get bets starting with Tyler
2.
and David.
2.
All right. Hit him with their question, Tim.
Question is, name 2 victors who wrote yes to Coin's Hunger Games proposal at the end of Mockingjay Part 2.
It's been an exciting match, to say the least.
Yeah. I feel bad. I was supposed to send this link to somebody to watch along, and I definitely forgot until I grabbed my phone to call Robert, and then I was like, oh, crap. They were like so excited to watch, and then I'm like, shit.
Repeat.
That is Hoth's second repeat.
All right, the question is in YA Dystopia. Name 2 victors who wrote yes to Coin's Hunger Games proposal at the end of Mockingjay Part 2. They both went 2, correct?
You both went 2.
Yeah.
Okay.
So there could be a swing should there be a miss. Otherwise, we just keep going.
I couldn't remember what David got. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We will start with David.
Is it Katniss and Joanna?
And Tyler.
So Katniss and Haymitch.
Both are acceptable.
Both correct. The other one you didn't say that we have is Enobaria I don't know how to say that, okay? I don't like words and names and math. All right, so it is now 30-28 as we bring in the managers. Who will be taking it? James Bond.
Well, yeah.
I'll do Tyler.
You know what to do?
You know where we're going with this one.
I think that, I mean, how confident do you feel? I feel like you can.
Let's just go. Match.
Yeah,
If
just
we're
do
gonna
it.
lose, we're gonna lose. Let's match.
All right, managers, we good?
Yep.
All right, so we'll start with Joe.
Yes, 2.
Shock and surprise, Tyler.
Tyler.
Oh, and 2.
All right, your question in Bond. What does Skyfall refer to in Skyfall?
Both went straight to the board, is what I said.
Absolutely, both seeming confident on this one.
I'm gonna puke.
I'm hungry. So we're in opposite situations. But
I'm also hungry.
3, 2, 1. Pens down. We'll start with Joe.
It's Bond's family home.
And we'll go to Tyler.
Yep. Bond's childhood home.
Both correct. So we look 32-30. The points record has been tied again. But we go to the fourth question of the match, which Maggie and David have to take. It's DreamWorks Animation.
All right, David, you got this.
I do? Okay. I mean,
What do you think, Cody?
okay.
I want to bet. Because we'll go to sudden death if we don't.
Yeah, but there's so many movies that I haven't seen recently.
That's fair. Okay.
I don't want to lose points.
I trust you. Let's write it out and let's hope David misses.
David, I think it's
Captain Kirk. It's Captain Kirk.
It's Frodo or Captain Kirk, actually. Yeah.
I actually want. I honestly, if I am going to bet Frodo, if I am going to bet, I'm going to bet Frodo.
Yep.
Okay. We good, managers?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So we'll drop managers and we'll get bets starting with Maggie.
0.
David.
2.
All right. Hit him with their question, Tim.
All right, your question is: in the road to El Dorado, Miguel and Tulio are forced to run from their gambling game when they are caught for cheating. How were they cheating?
Okay.
We could see a tie game here, Tim.
We could. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We will start with Maggie for stats.
Is it extra dice? I'm not sure.
And David.
Yeah. Trick dice to always roll 7.
I
That
think we
is
can accept
correct.
that. Yes, we can accept that. That ties the game.
Oh,
32-32.
32.
Out of curiosity,
32 all.
would the words "loaded dice" have been?
All we had written down were loaded dice, but he was the most specific.
All right. Tyler needs to
All
work
right.
in 10 minutes.
Yeah, let's keep moving. All right.
All right. So your final question, you can bet points on. First of all, Hoth, you were the higher seed in this match. Would you like question 1 or question 2?
Question
What's
1.
the category?
Scores and soundtracks.
Question
We'll
1.
take question 1. We'll take question 1.
All right. Scores and soundtracks. How much do you guys want to bet? You're both tied. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got a full send it regardless.
all right.
all right. We good, guys?
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. We'll drop managers and we'll get bets starting with Wookiee.
2.
Hoth.
2.
All right. So I'll ask to Wookiee mistakes since they are the lower seed first.
Yep.
You have question 2. Your question. Who composed the score for Superman 2 and Superman 3?
David, this would be Ken Thorne, the chap that made me lose World War Geek.
All right.
Ken Thorne, final answer.
That is correct for 2 points. So now we go over to Some Like It Hoth for their question. If they hit, they send it to sudden death.
All right, your question is: who composed the score for Batman Forever and Batman and Robin?
It's
Elliot Goldenthal.
Yeah.
Elliot Goldenthal, final answer.
That is correct.
That's
for 2
correct.
points.
And we are tied
Oh my god.
Have we just set a new points record?
again. And back to sudden death. Sudden death works like this. Back to round 1, no conferring. Hoth, you have 1 repeat left. Wookiee, you have 2. All right. So your first question is sudden death. Who is the valedictorian of Midtown High in The Amazing Spider-Man 2?
Okay.
5.
Repeat that question.
That is Wookiee's second repeat.
Can you say the second word clearly, because I didn't?
Who is the valedictorian of Midtown High in The Amazing Spider-Man 2?
Okay.
That is very fair. I do eat my letters. All right.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down.
All right. So we will start with Tyler.
Gwen Stacy.
I will go to David.
Gwen Stacy.
I will go to Maggie
Gwen Stacy.
and Joe.
Gwen Stacy.
Everyone is correct. So we'll go to the next question.
Yep.
Tim, you see what we're doing?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Sorry.
Next question. I'm on the right spot, right? This
Yep.
is what you want me to do? Okay.
Yep.
All right. Why does Adonis knock on Bianca's door for the first time he meets her in Creed?
It's a crazy game.
Yeah, both records being whoever wins this match will break the
We'll
point.
have the record. We have a lot of sudden death point record settings this year.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down.
All right, we'll start with Joe.
Music is too loud.
I will go to Maggie.
Music's really loud.
I will go to David
The music bothers him.
and Tyler.
Her music is really loud.
Everyone is correct. All right. So we move on to your next question. In Captain Marvel, once they get to Lawson's space station, what does Captain Marvel initially put the Tesseract in?
I don't want to say anything. I'm going to throw up.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We'll start with Maggie.
Lunchbox.
Go to David.
Lunchbox.
We'll go to Tyler
Lunchbox.
and Joe.
Lunchbox.
Everyone's correct. All right. So then we go all the way back over to your next question.
All right, guys, your next question. Who stuns Khan once they reach the bridge of the USS Vengeance, only for it to wear off too quickly in Star Trek Into Darkness?
I have a feeling this record's not going to be broken.
Wrong.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down, and we will start with Tyler.
Said Scotty.
We will go to David.
Scotty.
We'll go to Maggie
I'm sorry, Tyler. I said Chekhov.
That's okay.
and Joe.
Scotty.
And your winner, Wookiee Mistake. The answer was Scotty. What a match, Tim.
Yeah, I mean, it came down to sudden death. Both teams breaking the record again. That was nuts. That was nuts.
Absolutely nuts. I think both teams played fantastic all the way through. Lights out game. We said it up top. Some like a Hoth played the way they do all year. Lights out. Wookiee Mistake repeated last time. They played an electric game. I think you might be right. The loss that they had to Big Guns woke them up because they are playing like a different team now in this tournament. But we'll go ahead. We'll get post-match interviews. We can start with our unfortunate second place finishers today. in Some Like It Hoth. You guys played a fantastic match. It came down to it at the end. Anything you would have done differently? Is there anything that you're thinking about now that the match is over?
Yeah,
I would have gotten the first question correct. Like I should have known that. When I got the first question wrong. Classic me, always getting us lost in sudden death. So.
Start with Fandom Oscars instead of their second strength, and we didn't get a strength question asked. So that's what I would have started with. Maybe we'll switch a different way. But other than that, it is what it is. They played a great game.
Oh,
we
that's
played
true.
A great
I didn't
game.
even think about that. You guys should have spun a wheel.
Yeah, it is what it is.
But you didn't because
at this point, it is what it is. We played a great game. They got Trek, they got another strength, and we had to take Star Wars, and we ended up sweeping their strength. So we played a great game. Should have bet on DreamWorks. I should have fought with that a little harder, but at the end of the day, it could have been anything.
I got it wrong, Cody. Why would we bet on
I thought you put loaded dice.
No, I didn't.
She got it wrong.
Oh, well then great. We shouldn't have bet on that. That was wrong. With this, I
should have wrote Mount Everest. I had Mount Everest written down and I erased it. If I had put Mount Everest, Himalayas would have been wrong, and this wouldn't have ever happened.
Oh, yeah. So, at the end of the day, we'll be back next season. This is just this is rough. So yeah.
All right. So then we'll go over to our fantastic. I almost said unfortunate second place again. Our winners today. In Wookiee Mistake. You guys pulled out another one. You broke your own record a match later. How do you guys? What's going through your guys' heads at this moment?
Well, I certainly don't think we can take the same attitude into the next match because I don't think people will be seeing us as underdogs now because the teams we have beaten are two of the most phenomenal teams, and you can see it in the way they play, in the wealth of knowledge in both the teams we've played. But today, I thought Maggie and Tyler were superb. And you can see, because they've got a manager like Cody, who you can see his passion. You can see where he wants to challenge everything because he wants the best for his team. And Thomas was doing the same for us. Again, Will didn't necessarily work in our favor. If we'd have spun it the other way around, they'd have got, I think, things that they like, and we would have got Star Wars twice. So, and then once again, we seem to be picking the right categories in round 3. Who takes what? It seems to be working for us.
I am just so happy that the DreamWorks, because I have been working on DreamWorks, but there are still a few movies I'm not sure about. But Road to El Dorado is my favorite DreamWorks movie.
And for clarification, I watched Creed yesterday for the very first time.
Oh, for the first time. Well, you both like excellent films then.
Amazing. I loved it.
Congratulations on your win. You now move into the semifinals, where you will be facing potentially the manager of today's match, Cody Newberry, with his partner Mark Menchaca, License to Chill, or you could be facing Club Dread's hot rookie team right now, America's Asses, and Jacoby and Brian. Which team would you rather be facing in the next round?
I don't care. I don't know. I haven't seen Cody and Mark Menchaca, you said?
Mm-hmm.
I haven't seen Cody and Mark play yet, but I have seen America's Asses play, and they are incredible.
I would like to say that it would be nice to get some revenge on the Blockbuster loss.
Yes,
that's true. that is true. You have a bit of a stake in that one.
Yeah. Faction-wise, America's Asses, but personal-wise, just so we can see more of Mark Menchaca's glorious moustache.
It's true. The man grows beautiful facial hair. But that's going to do it for this interview. Congratulations, guys. We'll see you guys in the quarterfinal or in the semifinals. And that's going to do it for us, Tim. Final thoughts on this match before we wrap this one up.
Yeah, I mean, points records broken. That's always an exciting time. This was the highest scoring teams match of all time. That can't be understated. But yeah, just both teams were on fire. And one little, slip, is that how Chicken Little goes?
Correct.
One little slip can shake the whole thing up. So, but a great match.
Great match nonetheless. But that's going to do it for us, for everyone here. That has been Joe. That has been David. That has been Thomas. That has been Cody. That has been Maggie. That has been Tyler. That has been Tim. I've been Caleb. This has been Fandom Fights. Thank you guys for watching the Fall Frenzy Teams tournament. We'll be back with another round 2 match tomorrow, and we'll see you guys real soon with another great match.
We are so glad you came. Bye-bye. 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 Bye-bye now. Bye. Bye-bye. Remember, please discard all candy wrappers and popcorn containers in the nearest trash receptacle. Thank you. Okay, bye-bye now. Bye-bye. Bye. Okay. Are they all gone? Is everybody gone? Huh?